Okay, we're on the countdown. Kids are getting ready to go back to school. But as kids get ready to go back to school, there's one thing so many parents will worry about. Will my kid come home with lice? And if they do, how do I get rid of it?
It's a dilemma for our next guest, or a dilemma that she had to deal with, and through her research and helping her own family, she ended up creating a business venture called Nits B Gone.
Let's introduce you to Angela Rivas. And it's interesting because, Angela, I think you had a situation in your family that so many other parents have unexpectedly faced. Child came home with lice.
Yep, she came home with lice, and you know, I was just panic stricken. I didn't know what to do. I had never had lice as a child. I knew about lice, but I didn't have any dealings with it ever, so I didn't know what I was dealing with. Sure. So then I was told she has lice, and I'm like, how do I get this out of my house? You know, I work, I have 4 kids to take care of at home, and I don't have time to do this. So I was thinking, you know, I would do anything if there was somebody who could help me with this. Right. Because there's over-the-counter products, but those are full of harsh chemicals. And then when we took her to the doctor, even the doctor was like, well, you know, you have over-the-counter products, and we could do a prescription, but those are so much stronger. That's not the route I wanted to go. So it seemed like there was nobody really who could help me out with this. And that's why I started Nits B Gone, to help other families who are going through the same thing, you know, who don't know what to do and feel helpless and have a life to live. Right. So this is why I started Nits B Gone.
And you compiled some information. It's very interesting. It's what, you know, a typical family would go through in that whole search process.
Yes.
You know, you've got to get informed about this. This is not at all about being dirty. It's
not
about
at all.
Situations, and it could happen to any family.
Exactly.
And then look at this. There's so much involved and wrapped up in it.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, the biggest misconception is that only dirty people get head lice, and that is not true. Everybody gets head lice. I mean, everybody can get head lice. If you're a human being, you can get it. You know, it affects all ethnicities, socioeconomic statuses. It does not discriminate. So when people say, oh, you know, I won't get it because, you know, we're clean people, that's not true. Lice actually like to travel through cleaner hair because it's easier for them to maneuver around the head. So it doesn't mean you're a dirty person if you have it. I mean, anybody could get it.
We're talking like 2 or 3 days off of work.
Oh yeah.
Expenses out of pocket.
Exactly.
You know, that are very comparable to something that you would pay a lot for in your home.
I mean, when my daughter got it, obviously she couldn't go back to school, so I had to take days off of work, and you know, that's about, you know, $200, $300 that you're losing because you're missing work. And then you go and you buy the kits, you know, the Nix or the Rid that are full of these harsh chemicals, and those are about $30, you know, a kit, and those are just treating one person. Now, if you have multiple family members with head lice, you're looking at, obviously, you know, more expensive.
Right. And you're trying to like work within a time frame because you don't want the other family members to
exactly.
And then what about that cleaning? Because I know that you probably have to wash all the bedding, but it goes beyond that.
Well, I know a lot of parents, they come to me and they're like, I'm washing everything, I'm laundering everything, I'm, you know, getting the carpets cleaned and all the furniture cleaned, and they don't realize how overboard they're going with it, but you know, nobody's, you know, telling them the right way to deal with head lice, so they just kind of go crazy with it. So you're paying for furniture and carpet cleaning, and that can run, you know, very expensive.
Hundreds of dollars.
Yes, yeah, you can run $50 to $100. You replace your brushes and your hair accessories, you know, that could be like $50 right there.
So tell us about Nits B Gone. What exactly do you have within your kit that makes it easy for families?
Okay, well, first we have a lice-killing shampoo, and it's made by Clear Lice. It's a wonderful shampoo. It smells minty, and it's full of natural ingredients, so you don't have to worry about any of the harsh chemicals that you find in a lot of the over-the-counter products. And the most important thing is that it's effective. I mean, you can see the dead lice falling out of the hair. So I definitely use this with all my clients and suggest that, you know, parents use it as well. And the good thing about this is that it can treat a whole family of 4. So you get multiple uses out of one bottle.
Great.
With the conditioner, same thing, you know, lice don't like anything that smells like mint or tea tree or rosemary. So again, it's a conditioner to help prevent further infestations. And it also helps loosen the nits because they're on there, you know, so they use this hard glue to attach themselves to the hair shaft. So what the conditioner does is it kind of softens that glue so they can slide off a little bit easier. And then lastly, I have the Terminator comb, and this is a wonderful comb. The teeth are so close together, and it's made of metal, and what it does is it grasps each strand of hair and it helps pull the nits off. So they're all wonderful products, and I have these for sale online also.
And in addition to that, you also have a service where you help people. You
Yes.
actually physically be somebody who can come into the
Correct.
home, come into the school, and really help.
Yes, I go into homes, daycares, you know, I can go to camps, and I do head checks for $35, and that's treating a family of 4. And then if we have somebody with short hair, a short hair treatment typically runs $80 an hour, and that usually takes about an hour to treat someone with short hair. Medium hair runs $100 an hour, and that typically takes about an hour and a half. And then long hair is $120 an hour, and that takes about 1.5 to 2 hours.
Okay.
But if you think about it, I'm offering also 2 complimentary follow-up appointments with that. So you get 2 free follow-ups along with your initial treatment. So it's really paying for that peace of mind, knowing that we're going to do, you know,
Of
the right job.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
and it's 100% guaranteed. We keep coming back for free until it's done.
All right, so you're talking about some of the deals that you're offering
Yes.
too. How much is this kit to buy?
Well, separately, the shampoo runs $24.95, the conditioner runs $19.95, and the comb separately runs $14.95.
You have an 8 West special.
Yes, I do have an 8 West special. Right now I'm offering $25 off a total treatment up until next Wednesday for families who mention 8 West.
Fantastic. And of course, you're easy to find. It's bgone.com,
Yes.
and an easy to find phone number too.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. And,
Yeah,
and I
thank
really
you.
like the fact that you're taking the stigma away.
Oh, of
this can happen
course.
to anybody. And if
Exactly.
you happen to have a kid come home with it, don't panic. Just call her.
Exactly. Thank you so much, girls.
Thanks.
We'll be right back.